Okay, welcome back to Tuesday. Let's talk now about the Topanga League over in Japan.
Yes, and I haven't seen a lot of it, so
This is a
um,
league that's an online thing. People who are invited to play in some cases, other cases um, qualified for it.
yeah, in the
So
Topanga League B,
yeah, this is
right?
right. So we're talking about A League now.
Yeah,
So
and it's a completely pay-per-view event in Japan, if I'm
yeah,
not
it is.
mistaken,
It
right?
is.
So yeah, and you get to watch a bunch of weekends in a row, I think it is, or how does it? It's
Yeah, it's a weekend. It's a weekend week by weekend thing. There's a
right,
whole
right.
whole schedule for it. And it's been really fascinating, I think. So, right now the results are WoW on top with Oni. What?
No, some people are saying that you can watch it for free, I guess, but
Oh yeah, okay, but you're not supposed to.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, I mean,
fair
if
enough.
you want to see, you can
Okay,
do it. It's like
okay, okay,
anything, right? It's
okay.
more on the internet.
I mean, even if I knew where to have watched it, I probably wouldn't have had time anyway. So I would just have to go and find like some replays or something like that. But WoW is on top right now.
So yeah, kind of. So he's 4-1, but he is +10 in individual games. They're all 3 out of 5 sets, first to three. So
I'm having a staring contest with my
with the cat,
Yeah.
awesome. So he's up because he's 13-3. Michael Tan is 4-0. He's not defeated yet, and he's 12-4, so he's +8. So whatever. And people have pretty drastic differences in the number of games that they played.
Right, right.
Momochi has played 11, and so he's 24-21.
It's basically a round robin, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And different people, I guess, I don't know the availability of individual people. I don't know how they schedule it really, but some people have only played 4 games. Some people have played 11 sets, I should say, which means that the results are kind of skewed. But yeah, right now WoW is on top. Ken is on top. Other than that, let's see who's. I mean, they're pretty much doing it. I would say that they are. Yeah, they're definitely like the farthest ahead, and that's pretty cool. So let me just say who the players are and which characters they use.
Sure.
Momochi with Ken, Fudo with Faye, Wow with Oni, Michael Tan with Ken, Daigo with Ryu, Bonchan with Sagat, Uryo with Viper, Sako with Ibuki, Dashio with Seth, Kazunoko Yun, Mago Faye, and Haitani Makoto.
Yeah. I heard Haitani's actually not doing too great
He's
right
getting
now,
bopped.
right?
He's 1-4,
Ugh,
and
ugh.
his individual games record is -8.
Yeah. So,
But you know who else is getting bopped?
Who's that?
Fudo's getting bopped.
Really?
Kind of.
Oh,
He's
wow.
5-6
Dang.
and -5 in games. So, Mago is 1-3. Kazunoko 1-3. Dashio 1-3.
Sako's only
Sako's
2-3.
2-3.
I mean, it's so funny. After the qualifier in Japan and after Evo, everyone's like, "See, look, Makoto is great," and now everyone's probably like, "See, Oni is great." You know?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
dude, that's just this game. It's
It's a
I
pretty
mean,
well balanced
Everyone
game.
always like gets mad at us when we say it's well balanced. But
Pretty well. It's not perfect.
yes.
Pretty well balanced game.
Pretty well. I mean, that's why I still think the changes just need to be.
minute little things. They're gonna be blow ups. You know.
Yeah, I know.
And but no, I think that character selection is really interesting. There are characters who I would expect to be in there that aren't. Who's playing Akuma in this thing?
Nobody.
Right. Who's playing Cammy in this thing?
Nope. Oh, nobody. Yeah.
Nobody.
Right. Wow. Okay.
Right. So
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the people who qualified for it were Oni and Seth, and I forget who else was on the qualifier list from B League.
Right. Right.
I forget which.
Well, it
other
was
person
supposed
that
to be
but-
Tokido was one of them, but Tokido and Mago had to play somebody else to get into A. So I'm assuming Mago won. And he got in, and Tokido lost, so he missed it. So I think that's
Okay.
I think that's what happened. So
Okay.
But-
So I've watched some of it.
Okay,
I've watched
okay.
some replays. I am so impressed by WoW Oni. It is like his mid-range game is just it's complete. It's like a complete mid-range game.
is it one of those finger kiss things again?
Hashtag kisses fingertips. It's awesome. It's he just has just complete control. I mean, and with a character who I think has fine footsies, but he's not like some fake character up there.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
really controlling. But when I saw him play, he was. I mean, he had the perfect timing for sweep and for stand jab buffering into fireball, FADC, medium kick, toward light kick, forward fierce. all these buttons.
So let me ask you this question then.
Yeah.
Obviously, Topanga is online, right?
Yeah.
How much do you feel that's affecting the results?
Not a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a lot. It's in Japan. They have great internet connections.
I mean, the reason why the internet code is weird is because they're coding it for Japan standards.
Yeah.
So in America, it doesn't quite work as well. But in Japan, it's fantastic.
Whenever one of our buddies has gone to Japan and played online, they always come back like raving about it.
Yeah.
Like, you won't believe how online play is there.
Yep.
And when you watch them play, they're hit confirming things like that you wouldn't be able to confirm if it were bad. So it looks fine. It hasn't seemed like there's been any lag that at least a viewer would notice.
Okay.
So, but I also watched a bunch of Michael Tan. Again, just really, really good. I mean,
I've never even heard of Michael Tan.
Oh, he's been one of the top Kens.
Oh, has he?
Pretty consistently.
Okay.
Pretty consistently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot about him. I guess NGL Chris has got to get on some video watching here.
I guess he and Momochi are both in this with Ken. Mm-hmm. Ken is the repeat character along with Faye.
Oh yeah, that's right. Momochi's playing him as well. I forgot about that. I heard Momochi's playing him in anticipation of Ultra.
I've also heard that.
So yeah.
Yeah. There is a Reddit thread where you can find all the replays. I don't know if I want to link that into the chat, so I'm not going to.
Right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you might want to check it out. I haven't gotten a chance yet to see any of the day 3 matches. I've kind of just watched up to day 2. Mostly with WoW, mostly with like Bonchan matches I really like, and Momochi and Michael Tan I've watched a bunch of. They're really good. Like, they're all really good. It's awesome to watch Bonchan because I actually root for him. Which just feels weird. As a former Geef player, I used to have this like terrible feeling whenever I saw Sagat on screen. It's just like, ugh, like watching Third Strike Chun or something. Ugh.
So he's the Street Fighter 4 equivalent of Justin in Marvel's history.
Yeah.
Because how many people hated he was Chris G originally. People have to realize that who were not part of the fighting game community at that point in time. During MVC2 days, Justin was Chris G. Everything that everyone feels about Chris G right now was Justin. He
was even playing a lame style, by the way.
Yeah, just all day. So yeah, whoa.
There's a cat on the table. You guys can't see it, but there's a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been really good. I wish that I could see it when it was happening, but not really in the cards. I'm gonna decat the table. All right. Yeah, so I definitely recommend people checking that out if you guys haven't seen it. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to see some. So maybe if I can somehow manage to find the link myself,
Well, I'm not going to post it for you.
Yeah, I know. So I'll have to see what I can do. So.
Yeah, I would never do that. Anything else you want to talk about with respect to Topanga?
I mean, how far along is it? How many more weeks are there?
Not sure about that.
Yeah, but one of the things that actually makes it exciting, I mean, I don't know if people know this, it is one of the only tournaments in Japan where the players can win money, because it's not like direct tournament, it's like a sponsored thing, and I don't know what the loophole in Japan is exactly, but apparently, yeah, so a lot of players, they play very hard and very solidly.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
The first place player gets $10,175.
Ooh, wow.
Second place gets $3,052.50. These are all, it's 300,000 yen. So.
Right.
And then $1,526.25 for third place. So those are all big. That's like more than Evo gets.
Yeah.
That $10,000.
Yeah.
That's a huge amount. So it is a big deal.
Well, Evo last year, they changed the percentages,
it was a different,
right?
Yeah, and they pay top 8.
Yeah, because the previous year before that, the top player got
it was
like
over 10.
Yeah, it was over 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's different payout system. Only top 3 get anything. This one, not top 8. So people are playing seriously. When I watched Fudo play, just a note, he is a mashy guy. Like he mashed.
I saw you tweet about that. You're like, just block and kill him.
here's what WoW hit him with: meaty Oni roundhouse slash.
Oh,
No,
one
I'm
that
sorry. It
goes
was
behind?
no, it was medium kick slash because it didn't go behind.
Oh.
And because Fudo was like backdash, dragon punch, like roundhouse chicken wing, like focus backdash, all this nonsense. Just like sit still,
That's
dude.
really interesting because
so he got hit with that out of a backdash. Did you know? I didn't know Oni could do this. If you're hit out of a backdash with medium kick slash, you can juggle the dragon punch.
Yeah. I've seen that before. I've
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
But yeah, it was just like, come on, man, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's
patiently.
interesting because he's a Virtua Fighter player, right? And Virtua Fighter players, once you get your attacks blocked, you really have to respect the opponent and block back. But, so you would think Fudo would be like, oh, you knocked me down, let me respect you. But, I don't know, maybe Street Fighter 4 has been teaching him the Mashington Jones way or
kind
something
of,
like that.
especially playing a character like Faye that has really good, really good defense.
Yep, exactly, so.
But it's definitely worth watching. Let's see what else is going on. The voting for Capcom Cup
ended maybe a couple of hours ago. Because I remember I retweeted something Combo Fiend said. It said he was going to close in 2.5 hours. And that was over 3 hours ago.
Okay.
So it's probably closed now. But he said he's going to put up a post tomorrow and reveal who the players are.
I was really hoping that they would put up a post in time for this show.
Yeah, I know. Same here. So.
But yeah, that didn't happen. Any sense as to who got it?
I have no idea, but so one of the things that I think will benefit some players like Justin and Chris G is that they have a large Twitter following. So if they say, "Hey, vote for me," they reach more people, right? So I think Justin's in for sure. I think Justin's in for sure.
I think he's the biggest lock.
Right. So out of the 5, so obviously Filipino champ is FGTV. He's probably been, promoting himself on there all the time and everything like that. And look, I out of the top 5 that I would have liked to have seen. So there were 6 people in there that I wanted to see for sure, right? So Justin, Chris G. So I think Chris G probably has a decent chance because he probably has a large enough Twitter following, right?
Okay.
Filipino champ, think pretty decent chance making it in there.
Okay.
I wanted to see PR Rog get in there. I wanted to see Flocker get in there. And I wanted to see Nemo get in there, right? Nemo just because of drama and because he beat everybody in the first to 10s at Evo, right? So he beat Chris G and he beat Filipino champ.
Right.
So I'd like to see him in this event, right?
Okay.
But here's the thing, like, I don't know how much, like, social media widespread power that someone like Flocker has or even Nemo.
Okay.
So to be honest with you, I'm really worried about Flocker, especially because also he's a 0 player and
He's the guy I'm most worried about.
Yeah.
He is. Even though he won Evo, he's an awesome player, but I think he suffers from a couple of things. People don't want to see 0, for example. It's not hype, right? Even though it's like this really efficient team. That's part of it. The other part of it is just for whatever reason he's not like as popular. Why? I don't know. He's a great player. Why isn't he as...
It's 0, I think.
Do you think that's the biggest reason?
I think so. Well, because the thing is, there was that one season's beatings that he bodied everybody in Vanilla Marvel.
Yeah.
And he was using 0 at that point.
Yeah.
And when he won, everyone was like, wow, Flocker's amazing. Like, he was the underdog. They were all kind of rooting for him. But I just think it's like Superman syndrome or something, It's just, you just don't want to see that, right?
Maybe, like...
How many of those people in there? So I know PR Rog and Chris G use Virgil, but none of the other 3 use Virgil, right?
Nemo, Filipino champ, Justin? No.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Justin actually... Well, at least the Evo team wasn't, but we'll see what team he ends up with. Yeah, he's the one I'm most worried about. I wanted to see, as far as the best players, I really wanted to see Justin, Chris, Filipino champ, and Nemo. And if PR Rog was on there, that'd be great. The only reason that I wouldn't have him as a lock is because he said he quit the game.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So
he's still one of the best, though. I'm sure he is. Right?
I'm sure he is. But I don't know. I've heard rumors. Kane Blue River told me that there's a big campaign in Brazil to get one of their players in there, and that they're like taking it to people who aren't fighting game fans. They're like bringing all their friends and family in there and like having them vote a lot and all that stuff, trying to game it. So that could be a thing. You know, we'll see.
I mean, my biggest worry originally was just, you know, I was afraid a lot of the big players weren't going to be able to make it, but I feel like most of them are going to be there. So, I mean, I feel like the event is going to be awesome. So
it'll be fun regardless.
Yeah, exactly. It's obviously, I mean, they said it in the trailer, vote for the player that's most hyped. So it should, I mean, I'm hoping that it is, you know, just a lot of fun to watch. So
man, most hype. Look, among those 4 that I mentioned, let's say 5 even with P.O. Rog in there, the guy who I think is least hype is Nemo. God, that team is boring.
Impact Flames.
Oh my god, it's just it's so it's like Impact more Flames. Formulaic than a Zero team to me.
Yeah, no, it is. It's absolutely formulaic. It's basically dash around with Nova until you get an air throw, then kill him with Impact Flames, Impact Flames, Impact Flames.
Yeah. How is that hype? I have no idea, but I guess people like that more for some reason.
Well, here's the thing, right? The reason why I think that team can be more hype is because it's so concentrated on Nova. Because you have to have Strange and Spencer. That's the only way that team works, because you get the grapple that stands them up and you get the crumple, right? So if you kill Nova, things get a little kind of dicey in that situation, right? Whereas in a Zero team, if you have like Zero May Cry or Zero somebody, Virgil, you kill Zero and you're like, well, here comes Virgil. So a Zero is like, he works with like different kinds of characters, so I think that's kind of probably one of the reasons why. So I don't know. I'm making stuff up now.
I think it's really boring. I would definitely rather watch Chris or Filipino Champ or Flocker.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my only opinion.
Yeah.
Whatever. People like Nova. I honestly couldn't tell you why. No idea. But he seems like kind of a popular character. So. I don't know. You want to take a break now?
Sure, no problem. Yeah, and then when we come back, we'll talk about a few more things. So, all right.
See you soon.
All right.